Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your man Louie T here on the week 2 LouieTeeNetwork Exclusives kickback session. All black energy, all the time, all year. Y'all know what it is. Your boy is here for war. Week 2 was very gruesome. A lot of blood was shed this week. And we lost some more good men this week in the survivor pool. But we forged forward. Survivor pool might be over very early this year. Very, very early. We'll see. One of the co-champions has already been eliminated. Meanwhile, in the weekly pick'em, that thing came down to points. 7 losses was as good as it got in the weekly pick'em. That's how nasty this week. Mind you, yours truly said that someone was going 16-0 this week. That's how easy this week was going to be, unless some teams jumped up and bit a couple of favorites that we didn't see coming. And boy, did we ever see some underdogs jump up and bite some favorites. And so much for that 16-0 I was talking about. Try 7 losses being the best that anybody could conjure up in the weekly pick'em. And 5 losses was the best that anybody did in winners and losers. So it was a nasty, nasty, nasty week. Last week, we had 14-2 as the best mark. 11-5 was as good as it got this week. I myself, no shame in what I turned in this week. I was fully prepared going into Monday night to go 10-6 back-to-back weeks. And then the Falcons decided to jump up and bite the Eagles. I got no issues with that. Most of y'all took the L with me. But more importantly, my favorite team's in first place. So I was willing to take the L for the sacrifice. That said, let's jump into the proceedings this evening. Let's get to the business of jumping into what was done this week in the LTN exclusives. And we start with winners and losers and what that looks like. And so shout out to this week's winner, Sam Pando. You know what? I just got to say this first and foremost about my guy, Sam. I'm so proud of Sam Pando. All right. Sam Pando has come such a long way from last year. And this time last year, Sam Pando was a punchline. He was Piss Cup champion 2 out of the first 3 weeks, I believe, last year. And you could tell it was probably his first time making picks. And he hung in there. And every week he came back for more. And he kept coming back and he kept coming back. And even when it was bad, and I think he won the Piss Cup 3 times or so last year, maybe 4, right? It got to the point where I felt like, okay, at some point, this thing's going to beat him up and he's going to say no mas. And that wasn't the case. Sam came back week after week, took his lumps, got stronger, got better. And now look at Sam. Sam's winning weekly pick'em pools now. Respect is not earned or given. It is earned. Sam Pando has earned my respect, folks. Sam put up a respectable 9-7 in the weekly pick'em pool. Again, generally, you're not going to win anything with 7 losses. But the way that last week went down with teams like Baltimore and Detroit and, Indianapolis going to Green Bay and losing to Malik Willis of all people, unbelievable, right? The 49ers losing, and then, of course, the Eagles. It set the stage for 7 losses being top dog. And a bunch of people, including myself, had 7 losses. So I was right there with Sam, and it came down to points. And there were a couple of people that were this close who had 45 points as a combined score. The 2 teams combined for 43 points. So obviously 45 went over. Sam had 31. He was the closest without going over. I had 50. So I wasn't close enough here from a number standpoint. But you see the work that I'm turning in, right? I got by points, not by wins and losses, but by points. It's gonna be like this every week. If you want to get rid of me, you're gonna have to beat me on a tiebreaker with points. And normally, ain't nobody better than me at points. I'm shocked that a couple of those Falcon drives didn't end in touchdowns and forced that number a little bit higher, but that's no here nor there. The bottom line is Sam Pando got it done. Shout out to Sam. The biggest pool pot in history, $145. It was breaking the pool record from a week ago at 140. So big shout out to Sam Pando. I will be sending your money first thing tomorrow morning. So let's now transition over to the survivor pool. And whoa, this thing here is nasty, nasty, nasty work. So we've already seen 2/3 of the pool eliminated in week 1 due to Cincinnati's foolishness, coupled with a couple of other, random teams that people pick. But generally speaking, it was Cincinnati that did the damage in week 1. That said, we come back for week 2, and like I said, only 1/3 of the pool was left to begin with. And then the Ravens lost, and a lot of people depended on Baltimore to get it done versus the Raiders. They blew a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, gave up 13 unanswered, and lost to the Raiders 26-23. And thus, a lot of people's survivor pools went up in smoke. Those people included Sean Hawk, Nate P., Tierra Mr. Hamer, DeJour, Mike Lowry, one of the co-champions from last year, gone, head chopped off. DC Dog, nice to meet you, never knew you. Fat Boy V, Sully, Big Money Sonny, won't be getting any of this money. Daily Grind, Stacks 410, all eliminated due to the Ravens. Others eliminated in week number 2 of the survivor pool, non-Ravens related. Soul took the Eagles. That had to be heartbreaking watching them blow it at the end the way that they did. Also, Daily Grind took the Indianapolis Colts. I understand why you would do that, but the Colts aren't a team I would be hinging my $1,500 pot on, but I get it. I understand. It was Malik Willis, right? Right. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more people eliminated in week 2 of the survivor pool. A week after about 30 people were eliminated in the survivor pool. We are now just down to the final 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. That is it. This thing started with over 60, maybe 70 people, and it is down to the final 14, and we're only heading into week 3. This is insane, but this is why you got to love survivor pools. Expect the unexpected. So who's left? Jalen Hurts Jones, Day Walker. Jalen Hurts Jones took the Chargers to get him through. That was the easy, low-hanging fruit that I would have selected and taken had I still been available in the pool. Day Walker took the Kansas City Chiefs, had to sweat that one out, was almost eliminated there. Bear Down B. Jones took the Chargers. Boss Man took the Chargers as well. Bronco Billy took the Houston Texans. Mr. HTTR took the Chargers. Ty Dollar took the Chargers. Extraordinary for Life took the Chargers. Major Tutty took the Washington Commanders and barely survived there as well. The Gridiron King took the Chargers. Malo took the Texans. Hype Dude took the Chargers. Jay Moose sweated it out, but he took the Jets and they got it done. And lastly, JTG17 took the Chargers as well. So congratulations to you 14. You have survived and advanced to week 3. Let's see what you got. With the way people have been dropping like flies, choose wisely. Be very, very careful. And then last but not least, let's get to winners and losers. So let's dive in. And before we can get to this week's results, we must first take a look at what transpired a week ago. A lot of color here, as you would expect from week one. It's always colorful in week one. So you see all the color here. That's the first thing I want you to focus in on. All the people in first and second and third and all of that good stuff, right? It was a colorful, fun affair last week. Everybody got some. Everybody had a good time. J Cam Man 99 was the Piss Cup recipient, going 5-11 in a brutal start to his 2024 winners and losers campaign. But as you can see, the best marks from last week belong to Annapolis OG, Tyrant 78, and Flacco, all with the mark of 14-2. In second place, you were 13-3. Zach F, Matty Ice, Kevin the PRF, Extraordinary for Life, AAA Dell, Commander Wow, and Ace all were in second place with 13-3 marks. And then all third place participants were 12-4 last week. Jaden Hurts Jones, Hype Do, AJ Meehan, Sundi, Greg Giants, Tiff Shiesty, Mr. HTTR, Ricky L, Magic Carpet Ride, all 12-4 a week ago. So with that said, now let's transition to week two and see how everyone did and what the color looks like. So first of all, you see it's a lot less color, right? All right, a lot less color. And that's what it's going to probably look like moving forward. All right, as we start to really dwindle this thing down and we start separating the contenders from the pretenders. This was a rough week. And so this was one of those damage control weeks. You weren't looking to be great, even though Sundi was phenomenal in the face of adversity this week. You were just looking to do damage control. This was one of those weeks, just break even, right? 8-8, you feel great, all right? Anything below 8-8, it feels dirty because we never want to be below the Mendoza line, no matter what the circumstances are. But this was one of those weeks where if you colored outside the lines and you ended up 7-9, it's okay. You don't ever want to go into double-digit losses. That's never okay. It's never acceptable. I don't give a shit how many underdogs won. Double-digit losses, never acceptable. So 7-9, I could understand how you could get to 7-9 this week. 8-8 was the goal. That's damage control, right? Anything above 8-8, you did a splendid job this week. You did a splendid job this week. And you navigated the trash because there was plenty of it. Plenty of it. And if you weren't careful, you got swept up in the trash. So you had to be careful. And this is how you win a winners and losers league, right? Is you've got to find a way to do damage control in weeks like this. It's about the consistency. Slow and steady wins the race, right? The person that sprints off to 14-2, but then turns around and goes 7-9 in a week like this, those are the types of people I don't really fear, okay? It's the person that went 14-2 in week one and then turned around and went 10-6 or 9-7 this week. Hell, even 8-8, I got my eye on you, right? If you went 13-3 last week and you managed 9-7 this week, I got my eye on you, right? You went 12-4 last week. You went 8-8. You went 9-7 this week. I got my eye on you. Let's go through it. Let's talk about it. So let's first start with those who are on the leaderboard. Start with the third place representatives. 21-11 is what you needed to be in third place this week. And remember, Annapolis OG was the one of the leaders in the clubhouse last week with 14-2, was one of the primetime players a week ago. PTPers, as we call them here, primetime players. Now, Annapolis OG is in third place at 21-11. We'll talk about how that came to be. Matty Ice, I believe, was in second place last week at 13-3. Now 21-11. Greg Giants in third place now with a 21-11 mark. Also, Flacco was also 14-2 last week in one of the PT peers, now in third place at 21-11. So, it was a rough go of it for Flacco. Commander Wow, I believe, was in second place last week at 13-3, now 21-11. And so that's it for the third place finishers after 2 weeks of ball. We go to the second place right now. And as you can see, only 3 people. And last week, there were about 8 people in third place, it felt like. Not so much this week. Tyrant was among the 3, as I mentioned already, with Annapolis OG and with Flacco at 14-2. Tyrant now 22-10 in second. So is Extraordinary for Life. Extraordinary for Life had a really good week this week. We'll talk more about that. Extraordinary for Life is now 10-5. AAA Dell now 22-10 and in second place. And so that is it for second place. Okay. Now we transition to first place, and there's just one person. Last week we had 3 people in first place. Sundi, as you can see, is also in pink, which means Sundi is this week's PT peer. Congratulations to Sundi, who was just fan-effing-tastic. This was a very stressful week and tons of adversity, and somehow Sundi managed to go 11-5 in a week that turned a lot of people upside down, inside out, and wanted to show you what this NFL thing is all about. Sundi said, I'm good. I'll take 11-5. I'm fine. So that 11-5 mark, coupled with Sundi's 12-4 from a week ago, has Sundi comfortably in first place. And when I say comfortable, not because Sundi has a 4-game lead on the rest of the field, but comfortably as in I'm not tied with anybody. I'm by myself, chilling at 23-9. Okay. So big ups to Sundi for being the PT peer of week number 2 with an 11-5 mark. Let's get through everyone's numbers from this week and talk about and let's find out who did what essentially, and also quickly figure out who will be sipping from the Piss Cup this week. So Jalen Hurts Jones, 2, 4, 6, 8 losses, 8-8 for Jalen Hurts Jones, 20-12. Zach F was in second place last week, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That'll get you out of second place quick, fast, and in a hurry. 6-10 for Zach F. Boy, I guess we should go ahead and pissy him up real quick, huh? I don't think that's going to stick, but 6-10 is pretty damn rough. So let's see if that sticks. 6-10 for Zach F. Hype Do. 2, 4, 6, 8 losses, 8-8 for Hype Do this week. Gets him to 20-12. Sean Hawk, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7-9 for Sean Hawk. 17-15 now on the season. Day Walker, 2, 4, 6, 8, 19-13 on the season after going 8-8 this week. Coop, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7-9 gets Coop to an even 16-16. Myself, yours truly, went 9-7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought I was going to be 10-6. Then the Eagles dropped that game on Monday night, which is fine by me. I'll take 9-7 and take first place in the division. So that puts me at 19-13 in a solid position. I was disappointed that Sundi did what they did because I gained on every single person that was ahead of me this week. Every single one. Essentially, Sundi came out of nowhere and went 11-5. So negated all of the work that I felt like I was putting in. But just chipping away. That's it, right? Stay close. Stay within striking distance. This is a much better start than I had last year. I started out last year 7-9 in week 1. And I don't know if I was much better in week 2. And then I think I started to get my act together in week 3. But by then I, dug myself a massive hole. So feel good about where I am right now. Rob, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 8 for Rob. Puts Rob at 16 and 16 on the season thus far. Shadow Striker 789. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Really respectable 9 and 7 campaign in week 2. Gets him to 20 and 12 for the season. Soul 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 and 9 mark for Soul this week. Dropped Soul to 17 and 15. Twin D has been on the struggle bus this year. Started off with a 7 and 9 last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then follows up 7 and 9 with another 7 and 9 stinker. So now Twin D finds himself at 14 and 18. And I always keep tabs on people who call me out, who tell me that they're going to beat me in particular, right? Twin D was one of those people. So I've got my eye on Twin D just to let him know, hey, you see this? All black energy? This ain't what you want. Not this year. Okay, you're going to have to come better than 7 and 9 2 weeks in a row if you want some of the kid. Rich, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Rich is off to a rough start too. 7 and 9 this week puts Rich at 15 and 17, 2 games under 500. AJ Meehan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 and 9 for AJ Meehan drops him to 19 and 13. As we mentioned, Sundi, the PT peer of the week, 11 and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What a week for Sundi. That was very, very impressive. With all of the upsets and all of the things that transpired in week number 5 to go, week number 2 to go 11 and 5. That's saying a lot. Big time. And the reward for doing that is first place. Big time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoo. 10 piece. Let me get that. Make sure 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we throw a little bit of piss on big time. Look like y'all sharing the piss cup right now. You and Zach F. See if it sticks. Annapolis OG, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7 and 9. Drops Annapolis OG, who was one of the PT peers last week at 14 and 2, down to 21 and 11. 100 grand. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. 100 grand off to a, let's call it a $2 grand start. Okay. 100 grand off to a $2 grand start. Sub 500 after 2 weeks. Again, another one just like Twin D, talking shit before the start of this thing. And I got to remember, I played you the audio last year after 100 grand won the weekly pick 'em in week 1, and he thought he was doing something, right? And so, look, man, it's early, but for a guy like 100 grand, it's getting late early, if you know what I mean, at 15 and 17. Bear down B Jones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoo, 10 piece. Hey, let me give you a word of advice. Bear down B Jones, because you strike me as one of those people. Let me put a little piss on you real quick. You strike me as one of those people that's gonna pick your team no matter what. Word of advice: don't do that. Don't do that. That's not what this is about. You want to pick your team every week? Do it in a weekly pick 'em pool. Okay, knock your socks off. This right here, you got to pick with your head, not your heart. Just a word of advice. Now, if you really thought y'all was gonna beat the Texans, by all means, knock yourself out. But just a word of advice moving forward. If you don't really think your team is going to win, you want them to win, but you don't pick them. Because you strike me as someone that's, hey, I'm riding with my squad no matter what. And if that's you, be you. I've never met someone that's won this doing that. Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So picking your Bears got you pissy right now. Let's hope and pray for your sake that you don't stay that way. Someone's got to take you off the hook. Smack City, co-champ from last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-8, not bad. 19-13 for one of the co-champions from a season ago. 19-13 on the season, hanging right in there where he needs to be. Matty Ice, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8, not bad. 21-11 after 2 weeks has Matty Ice in third place. Kevin the PRF was in second place last week, and he's not even listed now, so you know he had a rough go of it. How rough? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Damn, that's pissy. All right, so we know why he's no longer in the top 3. He got a 10-piece. So we'll see if he remains pissy. It's going to be a lot of lips on this cup this week if things don't change. Bossman, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Whew. Kevin the PRF is now 19-13, which is still respectable. He had a really good week last week. And Bossman is now 18-14 after a 7-9 week. Yikes. Swaggy P, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So 7-9 for Swaggy P has him at 17-15. Hanging in there. Greg Giants, good enough for third place so far. 2, 4, 6, 7. So a really solid 9-7 week has Greg Giants at 21-11, tied for third. Excuse me, Nate P. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a hell of a week, Nate P. Yeah, that's a hell of a week. What and that got you at 20-12. So Nate P did what I thought I was going to do. 10-6, 2 weeks in a row, and at 20-12, which is right where I wanted to be. That's good work, Nate P. That's real good work. J Cam Man, Piss Cup recipient from a week ago. Let's see how he bounced back. 5-11 last week. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. He didn't bounce back at all. He did not bounce back at all. He's still flat on his damn back. Man, he's still drunk off the Piss Cup from a week ago. 7-9 has that man right now at 12-20. I'd venture to say that of the people who have made picks each of the first 2 weeks, that's probably the worst mark of anybody. We'll see if that changes. I can't see anybody being worse than 12-20 after 2 weeks. Billy Bronco. At least you're not slipping from the Piss Cup, so that's improvement, right? Billy Bronco, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7-9 for Billy Bronco. Sees him at 17-15. Tyrant, 78 was a PTPer last week. Now in second place. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8 has Tyrant 78 at 22-10. Solid week. Good start for Tyrant 78. The Catman, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8 for Catman. 17-15 overall. Mike Jink, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Whew. Mike Jink is off to a rough start. And much like Twindy and 100 Grand, who said they were going to beat me, Mike Jink had his eyes on me. And I was like, hey, you worry about your fiance. I don't know if fiance is now wife or not, but you worry about Tiff Shiesty. Okay? Don't worry about me. Okay? You got bigger fish to fry. All right? Looks like anybody that had anything to say to me beforehand isn't even over 500 right now. Mike Jink is on the struggle bus with a 9-piece this week, has him at 15-17. And this is what I was trying to warn him of right here. Tiff Shiesty, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8-8, respectable week, puts her at 20-12. This man is below the Mendoza line, and she is 8 games over 500. Ouch. He's got some work to do. You better start working fast, okay? Again, it can get late on you real early, if you know what I mean. All right? Walt 260. 2, 4, 6, 7. A 9-7 week for Walt 260. Very respectable. Puts him at 20-12 through 2 weeks. Other co-champ, Big Baller Blake. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8. Sees Big Baller Blake at 17-15. Not the start that I'm pretty sure Big Baller Blake wanted, but 8-8 in a week that wasn't great. You'll take it. Sam Pando, who won the weekly pick'em pool. My guess is there's 7 losses here because that's what he had in the weekly pick'em. But well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So yeah, 9-7 for Sam Pando. 20-12 overall. Really good start for Sam Pando after 2 weeks. Mr. HTTR, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8, 20-12. Not a bad start for Mr. HTTR. And 8-8, not a bad week for Mr. HTTR. Mike Lowry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9-7. Also sees Mike Lowry at 20-12. Not a bad start to the season for Mike Lowry. In your gym, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8, 19-13 overall for In Yo Gym. Ricky D Hustle, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Ouch. Ricky D is not hustling fast enough. 7-9 has him 2 games under 500 at 15-17. Ricky L was in the top 3 last week. No longer. Why? 2, 4, 6, 8 is why. 8-8, not a bad week. Not a bad week at all. And 20-12, not a bad overall record right now. Just on the outskirts of the top 3. Mr. Ron B, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8. Mr. Ron B, if nothing else, I got to give you credit. You're consistent. You were 8-8 last week. You're 8-8 this week. You're 16-16 overall. Got to give you credit. You're consistent, if nothing else. Mr. Hamer, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8, 17-15 overall. Kimura, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7-9. Drop shooters 17-15 on the season. Ty Dollar, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7-9. Drop shooters 17-15 on the season. G Command, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8, 18-14 on the season after 2 weeks. Bronco Kid, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7-9 for Bronco Kid, 18-14 overall. Hanging tough after a rough week. Flacco was a PTPer a week ago at 14-2. Now finds himself or themselves, don't know if this is a male or a female, more likely a male, in 3rd place at 21-11. So that tells you that this was a rough go of it for Flacco. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7-9 puts Flacco at 21-11. Brick Senior, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8 for Brick Senior. 19-13 overall, not a bad start. Jordan Jones, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yikes. Jordan Jones had a really good season last year. Rough start. 7-9 drops him to 15-17 overall, 2 games under 500. Not good. Not very good. Extraordinary for Life has had a really good start, and this was a really good week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9-7. Couple that with last week's 13-3. And Extraordinary for Life finds themselves at 22-10, tied for second. It's a damn good start, if I may say so myself. Ghost, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Almost wasn't a ghost, but rather pissy. 7-9 though. Just missed out on the Piss Cup this week. 18-14 overall. Cody. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8-8. Cody has done it again. 19-13 overall. Solo so slimy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Whoa. I gotta be tripping. I'm just counting. I can't. I didn't do that. Nah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Whew. I was like, ain't no way somebody went 4 and 12. Nah, not on my watch. All right. So we gonna solo so slimy. No, solo so pissy is what that is. Okay. Not solo so slimy, solo so pissy. Boy, it's a lot of lips on that piss cup right now. How many we up to right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all sip and pass it around. Let's y'all look. Somebody could take you off the hook, but right now it ain't looking too good for y'all. HTTR Carson. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 brings HTTR Carson to 17-15, and Solo So Slimy 15-17. 2 games under 500 after the 6-10 week 2. Sonny Rawson. 2, 4, 6, 7. Nice week. 9-7. 19-13 overall. Major Tutty. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8-8. 18-14 overall for Major Tutty. Gridiron King. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-8 for Gridiron King. 19-13 overall. Fat Boy V. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7-9 for Fat Boy V drops him to 18-14 on the season. Silver V. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Oh. Let me count it up one more time just to make sure, because you're letting 5 people off the hook with this one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Wow. That's what you get for picking the goddamn Giants. Ha. Ugh. Let's go ahead and pissy you up. And you know what we call it? When you hit double digits and get the piss cup, we should have did this last week to J Cam Man, but I wasn't in week 1 form. But you know what we got to do to those who get double digits and the piss cup? That's Piss Cup Ultra. So you already know what Ultra. So let's let everybody else off the hook. You guys are safe. Somebody bailed you out. You lucky dogs, you. Let's go ahead and take you off of the piss cup. Let's go ahead and get all of y'all big time. You two, you get to get off of the schneid. You guys all thank Silver V. Say, thank you, Mr. V. I feel pretty confident that nobody is going to beat Silver V's 5-11 this week. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get the Piss King. Go ahead and throw the Piss King up here. Where you at? Let's pull Piss King all the way down here. The Silver V. We just going to go ahead and because it's Piss Cup Ultra, you're not getting pissed on once. You're getting pissed on twice. Let's see if we can flip this thing. And see if we can turn my man around a little bit. If not, it's not a big deal. Let's see. Image. No, we can't do it that way. That's fine. We can just leave them like that. And Silver V's got 2 of the Piss Kings, Piss Cup Ultra. All right, let's see. Moving right on along to Angie M. 2, 4, 6. What a week for Angie M after a slow start last week. 10 and 6 for Angie M. What a comeback that's this week. Gets her to 19 and 13 overall. Unfortunately, Mino cannot say the same. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You would have been right there with him, but Silver V's got your back. Don't you worry. Front, back, side to side. Never let a pissy ass dude like Silver V ride, right? Mino, you're safe with a 6 and 10 mark. 12 and 20. Again, much like my guy, Mr. Ron B. Mino, very consistent. Okay. 6 and 10 last week, 6 and 10 this week. Big B. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 for Big B. 7 and 9. 17, 15 overall. Navy Ramjet. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8 for Navy Ramjet. 8 and 8. 18 and 14 for Navy Ramjet overall. South Texas Commander. 2, 4, 6, 7. Really respectable 9 and 7 week. 20 and 12 overall. Right on the outskirts of the top 3. Nice work, South Texas Commander. Excuse me, Big Money Sunny. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7 and 9. Puts Big Money Sunny at 16 and 16 on the season. Not good. Not very good. Sully. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Also at an even 500 on the season at 16 and 16. Daily Grind. 2, 4, 6, 7. 9 and 7 for Daily Grind. Not bad. Big bounce back from a week ago. Daily Grind is now 17 and 15. Or not a big bounce back. I think that would mean that they were 8 and 8 last week. So AAA Dell. This had to be another strong week because AAA Dell, if I'm not mistaken, was in second place last week at 13 and 3. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. 9 and 7. That felt like a really good week. AAA Dell continues to be very good, very early. Nice work, AAA Dell in second place, tied at 22 and 10. Commander Wow was in second place last week, dropped down to third. So another solid week is what that essentially amounts to. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 and 8. 21 and 11 overall. Good for third place. Solid start to the season for Commander Wow. 808 Skins Fan. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 and 8. 19 and 13. Solid start. DMV J 93, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7 and 9 drops DMVJ to an even 16 and 16. Mando Fan. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 17 and 15 for Mando Fan. Metaphor. 2, 4, 6, 7. Not a bad week for Metaphor. 9 and 7. 19 and 13 overall. This was another shit talker right here, Derek B, right? Before the season. Telling me how he's going to beat me, this, that, and the third. See how Derek B's holding up these days. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7 and 9. 17 and 15 overall. So not a great start for Derek B, but not the worst, obviously. One of the few that have talked some shit and that are actually over 500. Barely, but he's over 500. Stacks 410. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7 and 9 drop stacks 410 under 500 at 15 and 17. E3 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 and 8. 18 and 14 overall for E3. Magic Carpet Ride was in third place last week with a 12 and 4 mark. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 and 8 drops Magic Carpet Ride to 20 and 12. So still really solid start to the season for Magic Carpet Ride at 20 and 12. Tim S. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 and 8 for Tim S. 19 and 14. Excuse me. 19, 13. Let's get that right. Let's make sure that it's 19 and 13. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 and 8 this week. Last week, Tim S was 11 and 5. So 8 and 8. Yep. 19 and 13 for Tim S. All right. JTG 17. 2, 4, 6. Really good week, JTG 17. 10 and 6. Mark puts him at 20 and 12. So really steady. 10 and 6 last week, 10 and 6 again this week, 20 and 12 overall. That's good work. Real good work. And just wanted to mention, Ace was in second place last week. Didn't turn in the picks. Like, I could never imagine. Like, again, and I don't know what's going on with other people's situations, man. You know, I don't know. You know, but you hate to see somebody waste a good week and turn around and just go over, right? Because they didn't turn in picks. That sucks. Rella, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7 and 9 for Rella, 18 and 14 overall. King of the North, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Whoo! You lucky you won't King of the Piss Cup. Got lucky that Silver V let you off the hook. That 6 and 10 week puts him at 17 and 15. So he destroyed a really good 11 and 5 a week ago by going 6 and 10 this week. Niners fan. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 and 8, 18 and 14 for Niners fan. Mr. Make It Happen. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 and 8. Again, another consistent participant. 8 and 8 last week, 8 and 8 this week. He knows how to make it average. Mr. Make It Average. Not Mr. Make It Happen. Mr. Make It Average. After 2 weeks. Rick Derula, 14. 2, 4, 6, 7. Really solid week at 9 and 7. Really solid start at 20 and 12 for Rick Derula. Dandrix, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 7 and 9 week, 18 and 14 overall. And Dallas Morgan rounds out the winners and losers. Players, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 6 and 10, 17 and 15 overall. Dallas barely escaped the wrath of the Piss Cup. So as we had imagined, Silver V all by him lonesome. All by him lonesome. By himself. Piss Cup Ultra is all yours, my friend. I got to pull out the big goblet this week. Man, this thing is heavy. Man, this thing is pissy. Man, this thing stinks. Here you go. Drink up. Ultra, 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 ultra. And that, my friends, is your look at the week 2 LTN exclusives. Now, week 3's sheets will be out tomorrow morning. The link, all you need for any access to anything, the master sheets, the results from the week, the sheets that you fill out to submit your picks, all of those can be accessed via one link and it is in the description of this video. It is not hard to find everything you need. All you have to do is have that one link. Every week, same link, does not change, and you've got everything you need, okay? So we should be fine from a standpoint of, where do I find the picks? Where do I do this? You just need one link. That's it. One link. You ain't got to go all over the place. One link will take you everywhere you need to go. All right. So let's get to the comment section while Silver V drinks up. All right. Extraordinary for Life writes, this week I thought I had double digits, at least 14 to top last week, but still ended up with a solid score. First place Commanders. At least those losses helped the good guys. Exactly. I was willing to take. I thought I was going to have 10-6. After Sunday's action, I went into Monday night. I said, okay, I got 10-6 again, 2 weeks in a row. I feel good about that. And then again, I'm willing to sacrifice for the good of the group, right? For the good guys, I'll take an L, right? So I'm right there with you. Extraordinary for Life. What up, Bo? Comacel Brown. Louie, tell me you did not Diddy snitch list, because I need my champ belt money, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't have none of your money over here. All of that money for this, winners and losers, is mine, right? That belt is mine. Yeah, that ain't yours. That's mine. Eric Sunderland says, number one, baby, you had a hell of a week, Sundi. You turned in a hell of a week. 11-5. You deserve it. Look, the Commanders are in first place and you in first place. Celebrate. Bask in that. Live it up. Smack City says, not looking good for the champ. You ain't that far behind. You're not that far behind. Not that far behind. Niners fan. Told you it was a tough test at Minnesota, Lou. It wasn't a guarantee we would win. B-Flow and KOC have Kyle's number. I heard Brock Purdy tell Brian Flores, man, you got a hell of a scheme. I knew. So I think you knew about the 92 when you said what you said to me. I didn't know about the 92 until the day after we had that conversation, right? We talked, you was like, hey, man, we're going to see how serious we are when we go to Minnesota. I was like, you're being modest, and you should do that. Okay, you were fresh off your Monday night win versus the Jets. You should be modest. I'm not going to be modest. I'll be braggadocious for you. You're going to go to Minnesota and you're going to kick their ass. I then found out on Tuesday that you had not won in Minnesota since 1992. And then I went, oh, I don't care. They're still going to win. And then when I went in there and I saw the shit that you guys were doing, I said, oh, shit, they're going to lose. It didn't take me long to realize you were going to lose that game. And then the Justin Jefferson 97-yarder, that's when I said, okay, yeah, they finna lose. Yeah, this Niners fan knew what the hell he was talking about. This is one thing I know about diehards, and you're a diehard, right? I know you know your squad. There are people out there that I know more about their team than the people that are diehards. I don't know more about your team than you do. When Dolphins fans came to me 2 years ago and said, bro, I don't give a shit what you talking about, and I don't give a shit what they talking about. Come talk to me in December. That's when we fold. And ever since that Dolphins fan told me that, and I've watched this Dolphins team when the weather turns cold, so does the Dolphins play on the field. Diehard fans know their team more than a fan like myself, who I can watch from afar and tell you a lot about your team, but you ain't following the team every day. You can't tell me more about my team than me. And that's a great example of you just being like, bro, I know my squad. Trust me. I knew that was going to be a tough game. And you were right. Frankie, baby, aloha. Says, Lou, that Denny shit had me falling out of my chair, dying. Yeah, That was a fun one last night. I told my wife that one was fun. That was a classic one last night. I hadn't had one of those in a while. I felt like, and there could have been others, but that one felt good. That one was a fun one last night. Y'all were in rare form last night too. Um, Sam Pando. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. I love it. I love it. Show me the money. Thank you, my man Louie. Good luck to all rest of the season. You know what it is, Sam, man. Hell of a week. So proud of you, dude, for how far you've come. And you'll have that money in your account tomorrow. If it's Cash App, and I'm pretty sure you're a Cash Apper, you'll have that money. If you're a PayPaler, you might have to wait a couple days for that transfer to take place. But if you're a Cash Apper, you'll have that money in your account tomorrow, brother. Good win. And all I ever ask, and I don't have to tell you this because usually you play every week, but all I ever ask is that if you win, you don't run with the money, you come back and you give me a chance to win my money back. That's it. That's all I ever ask, because you're always going to get that opportunity with me. Okay. All I ever ask is that you don't run with it, right? You win it, you bring it back, right? Just bring it back. Just bring it back and give me a shot. And I know you're going to, so I'm not worried about it. Cody. Right, Lou, I've waited 20 weeks of exclusives for you to say Cody has done it again. Well, you got it. You got it. And I'll probably say it many, many more times. uh, oh, man. Somebody said, oh, no, I see the 11 coming. Sundi said, I see the 11 coming. Major Tud says that man should be thanked for his sacrifice. You guys should be thanking Silver V for his sacrifice indeed. Kevin the PRF says, that man should be thanked. Or Kevin the PRF says, I'm here. I escaped. LOL. You damn sure did. He said, I thought he said, for sure, I thought I pissed up. You were damn close. You were damn close. Kevin the PRF says, well, let's see if I can go 3 for 3. Lock of the week, Buccaneers over Broncos. Lock it up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. J Cam Man says, my reality football is going well, so that's all that matters. As for winners and losers, if I had played the stock market this week, I would have 20 wins. Picked the wrong week to roll the dice. We'll see. Look, I agree as long as your favorite team is doing well, but I'm too competitive for that. I need both. I want the best of both worlds, right? The two things can happen simultaneously. They can be playing well, and I can be doing well. Comasel Brown says, the Patriots game caught me sleeping, but I think they are better than expected. That's 2 weeks in a row, man. I mean, I know they're playing hard for Gerard Mayo, but I still think they're going to stink and not win a lot of games. But so far, so good. Because at some point, you know what you have in Jacoby Brissett, right? At some point, you got to put in Drake May. And I would think that putting in Drake May means you're probably going to take a step back. Because he's going to turn it over. He's going to make some mistakes. So they're going to compete now. They've been way more competitive than I thought. They easily could have won that game. Took Seattle to overtime and then lost. But I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't surprised at how well they've started this season off. Abdallah says, Lou, are we going to get smoked this Sunday with our secondary? It seems inevitable. Well, I don't know. I can tell you this much. If we get smoked, it won't be on Sunday. I can tell you that. Niners fan. Hey, Lou, did you see Callahan going crazy at Will Levis after that stupid interception? Titans could be a bottom 5 team this year. It was a fumble. And yes, I saw that shit. And he deserved it. I was watching the game live and I asked Will Levis, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That's 2 weeks in a row you did some stupid, dumbass shit that cost your team. And Callahan didn't back off of that. He doubled down on that shit after the game. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Swaggy P, my guy, writes, this was a crazy week for me in winners and losers. I thought I was about to have a great week and ended up 7-9. Glad to end up under 500 for the week with that Eagles loss, though. Same thing I said, under double-digit wins. But I'll take it for an Eagles loss, for sure. Abdella says, LOL, Monday then, whichever day, smoke Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. And yes, I do think we finna catch some work on Monday. I do. But I'm going to still show up, and I'm going to still be hopeful. And all I'm going to do is ask the fellas to not embarrass me, right? I want the dub. I'm not looking for the dub. Just don't embarrass me. That's it. Anyway, Aaron writes, from second place to last, not what I thought I'd be seeing here tonight. Damn. Oh, well, on to the next week. Good luck, guys. Be like that sometimes. I saw LB yesterday after the game. He was tired though. He was tired. That man was exhausted. He's not a night owl. You know, he can't do late nights. So it was way past his bedtime. So he looked tired. And you know, and it's tough because you take a nasty L like that, and now you got to talk about it, and it's past your bedtime. That's a lot to have happen all at once. Anyway, hey, Silver V, how we coming? We got to get out of here, man. Oh, shit. You did pretty good. Go ahead and swallow the rest of that down, though, man. You still got about a little corner there. Yep. There you go. Damn. You done this before? Huh? Yeah? Oh, okay. That explains it. Ultra? You did Ultra before? No? Okay. Well, you handled that shit like a champ. Yeah, pass that over. Silver V took care of business on that Piss Cup Ultra. Ultra, 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 Ultra. His Chiefs are 2-0, though. Chiefs are 2-0. I'm pretty sure he'll trade a win against the Bengals for the Piss Cup any day of the week. Can't say that I would do the same. Maybe. I don't know. I'm too competitive, and the taste of piss makes me nauseous. So I'll pass. Especially Ultra? 11 losses? Ugh. That shit hurts thinking about it. Anyway, I digress. GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, hey, Louie, I believe the only reason Wiley is at right tackle is because Cosme is comfortable with him. That also has something to do with it. I don't think they would make a decision based off of what Sam Cosme wants. But it does have something to do with continuity and familiarity. Absolutely. They've talked about it. Cosme's talked about it. That does go a long way when you're talking about offensive line and having guys play next to one another. That is something that factors into the decision-making process. But trust and believe, if they had an option that they were comfortable with at right tackle that was better than Andrew Wiley, they would put him in. Like, we keep saying put Cornelius Lucas at right tackle, but he's the best left tackle that we have, right? So you can't take Cornelius Lucas from the blind side and put him on the front side. At least Jaden can see a guy when he's coming from the front side. You can't see what's happening behind you. We need Cornelius Lucas on at left tackle. I told you I wasn't impressed with Brandon Coleman this week. And I hope watching the all-22s, I changed my mind. But you don't need the all-22s to watch offensive linemen play. he didn't play well to me this week. And so I know for a fact that I don't want that man out there full time. All right. You're right about that, Swaggy P. Time to get to the all 22s. That's enough of the piss talk, right? I didn't bring up baby oil, right? I didn't bring up any kind of lubrication or none of that stuff. I kept it clean for the most part. Anyway, y'all know what it is. Kickback session, week 2, National Football League, LouieTeeNetwork, exclusives. You in or you out? You good or you bad? You clean or you pissy? Which is it? Y'all know what it is. All black, all business. I see y'all next week, week 3. Picks, get them in on time. Sheets will be available tomorrow morning. Link that you need to follow all LTN exclusives down in the description of this video. One link for everything you need. Till next time, y'all know what it is. Kickback session out.